plausible things it might be at this time of night in this particular neighborhood. Not the unnerving scream of a mating fox. Not the neighbor's cat trapped in his garage, again. Not thieves, because what thief would make a sound like that? He jumped, as it came yet again, slicing through the night, clear in a way that only very cold things are. A word sprang to his groggy, shivering mind. It sounded like a keen. Something was keening, and it welled him up with entirely unexpected, in fact, frankly astonishing tears. It tore at his heart like a dream gone wrong, a wordless cry for help that almost instantly made him feel inadequate to the task, helpless to save whatever was in danger, pointless to even try. A sound which, later on, when he remembered this night forever and always, thwarted all sense. Because when he found the bird made no sound at all. He rushed to his bedroom to dress. Trousers without underwear, shoes without socks, jacket without shirt. He didn't look out of any of his windows as he did so. The one logical action, simply checking on what the sound might be, left bafflingly undone. Instead, he moved with instinct, feeling somehow that if he hesitated, whatever it might be, would somehow slip away, dissipate like a forgotten love. He merely moved, and quickly. He bungled down the stairs, fiddling his keys out of his trouser pocket. He stepped through the cluttered sitting room and into the kitchen, angering himself at how loudly the keys banged against the back door lock. And who had a key lock on the inside of a house? If there was a fire, then woof, you were gone, banging on a door that would never open. He'd meant to fix that as well, but 10 years later... He opened the door, swinging it out into the freezing night, knowing that whatever had made that noise must be gone, surely, in all the racket he was making from his clumsy door openings and key clatterings. It would have fled, it would have flown, it would have run. But there it stood, alone in the middle of the modest stretch of grass that made up the modest back garden of his modest detached home. A great white bird, as tall as he was, taller, willowy as a reed. A reed made of stars, he thought. Then, a reed made of stars? Where the hell did that come from? The bird was illuminated only by the moon in the cold, clear winter sky, shades of white, grey and dark against the shadows of his lawn, standing there regarding him, its eye a small golden glint of blinking wet, level with his own, its body as long as he'd been when he was at his teenage gangliest. It looked somehow, he stupidly thought, as if it was on the verge of speaking, as if it would open its pointed, clipped bill and tell him something of vital importance that could only be learnt in a dream and forgotten on the instant of waking. But he felt too cold under his one layer of clothes for this to be a dream, and the bird, of course, remained silent, not even a repeat of the keening that could only have come from it. It was magnificent, not just in its unexpectedness, its utter incongruity in the backyard of a London suburb celebrated for its blandness, a place from where native-born artists were noted for moving away. But even in a zoo, even to a non-bird lover, this bird would have caught the eye. The staggering whiteness, even in the dark, of its breast and neck, a whiteness that seemed as much a part of the cold as the frost on the grass behind it. The whiteness flowed down into its wings, the one on the side facing him dipping almost low enough to brush the grass. Triangles of black pulled away from its bill on either side, and a startling cap of red crowned its head, distinguishable even in this low light, like a military insignia for somewhere impossibly foreign. Its stare was commanding.